Shout out to the nation out there. It's your girl Deanna here to give you entrepreneur advice coming from myself, an entrepreneur. And today's video is going to be about why your products are not selling online. Since COVID-19, a lot of people have jumped onto the home-based business train, the Start My LLC chain, the Get a Seller's Permit chain, and all of that is just absolutely fabulous. You know what I mean? Shout out and kudos to you. But a lot of you all who really aren't into business all like that and just want to buy and sell, you do have to start somewhere. And I see a lot of those people getting discouraged. And they all of a sudden want to quit. So I'm here to give y'all this video to help you all start on the path of business righteousness. Okay, I know I'm in a different setting. I'm traveling for work right now. So there's that. But I just want to come here and make sure that I gave y'all this video because it has been a minute. However, let's go ahead and get started. Number one, no one knows that your product exists. You may have something wonderful, fantastic, but if you're not putting it out there, then nobody's going to know that it exists. And of course, nobody is going to buy from you, okay? So what you want to do to get your product seen, you definitely want to be social on these social media sites. You want to have your Instagrams and your Facebook, and you want to convert those, especially your Instagram, you want to convert that into a business page. And you also want to use Facebook pages. They just did a new business suite for business Facebook pages. So you want to go ahead and download that, and you want to use that to your full advantage, okay? Get out of the habit of sharing on your regular Facebook feed stuff that's what you're selling, because what Facebook is doing is they're trying to suppress those selling posts. All right, they do watch what you do. They want to suppress those selling posts because they want you to either put it on your business page to keep your social page to be just for social, and they also want you to buy advertising and things like that. So make sure that you have your Instagram, your Facebook, and if you know that you're going to be in that field for a little while, go ahead and make a LinkedIn page, because then you'll be able to connect with other entrepreneurs or other service providers and cross promote there. Cross promotion is really big and it's really helpful, and you're actually helping out another entrepreneur. All right, number two is no one knows how to use your product. So let's say, for example, that you are in the beauty industry and you decided to come out with a hair oil that's supposed to help make your hair grow, stay nourished, retain length, all those good things. You may have instructions to go with that hair oil. You may have to say, apply it directly to your scalp. Apply it every 2-3 days. Apply it before you go to bed. Apply it when you wake up in the morning. Whatever those things that you have set, those instructions that you have set to make sure your product is successful, you want to go ahead and educate your target audience or your customers, your clients. You want to go ahead and educate them on how to use that product so that they can receive the benefit that you are offering from your product. So that's just a quick little example. Number three, there is no description or caption on your selling pages when you post your product, okay? What I mean by that is these are for people who have integrated the Facebook store feature, or they have a website. So when you post your products on your website or your social pages where the store's option is available, you'll have the opportunity to put in a description. So when you post your product on your website or on your store pages, wherever it has that feature, you'll have the opportunity to put a description or a caption on that specific product. Make sure you utilize this space, okay? Because this is really what's going to help sell that product, along with having a very good product photo, which I am going to cover in this video. All right, so excuse me, allergies. But so when you use the description, make sure that you are describing the product to a T, okay? You don't want to leave nothing out. If it's something, especially if it's something that you have to have it to really experience, like a cream or a lotion or things like that there. So if you're doing a lotion, you want to make sure that you say, this enriched vitamin E formula, this smooth emollient, this non-greasy, you know, you want to use all those type of descriptive words as much as possible to let your customer mentally get a feel of what your product is going to offer and how it's going to make them feel. So that's really important when you're trying to sell your product. Number 4, and this is what I'm going to go and talk about, pictures. Your product pictures are done really poor, or they have low quality, or they can't properly be seen. Okay, so let's go ahead, and that's a 2-part to that one. So number 1 on that, you want to make sure that you are using the best camera that you can afford to take pictures of your product. Please do not use your super old phone. If you don't keep up with phone technology, there's nothing wrong with that. I know a couple people, but you want to make sure that if you're going to use your phone, make sure that your phone is kind of like up to date. If you're going to use your phone, or if you know somebody who has a decent or a better phone than yours, you can ask them, can you use your phone to take pictures? If not, you can go on reselling sites to buy a camera, a video camera, a digital camera, things like that, to go ahead and take pictures of your work. Make sure it's on a clean background. You can do this by getting a white poster board from the Dollar Tree and laying your product on there that way. You can even fold it in half. If your product sits up tall, you can fold your paper in half and sit it on there and tape the sides to make sure that when you take a picture, it has a nice clean background, as clear as possible. And if you guys want a video on how to set up a display for when you take your pictures, let me know. But you want to make sure that your camera, the camera that you decide to use, is of the highest quality possible. I'm not saying go ahead and break the bank unless you can afford to pay a few $100s on a pretty decent digital camera or upgrade your phone. Then, you know, please try your best to take very clear, high quality images of your products to post. Okay, now part 2 of that is make sure your product can be properly seen. I see a couple different pictures of products to where, you know, they try to dress up the background and they put beads, flowers, and, you know, other things like that there. All that stuff is really pretty, but you don't want to take away from the product itself. There is nothing wrong with white space, okay, when you take pictures of your product, because it makes sure everything is the focus on that product. And it is definitely okay to have like different props, especially if it's like holiday themed and things like that. It's definitely okay to use those, but use them sparingly. And also, you want to keep the color contrast. So what I mean when I say that is, if I have, this is my mask, for example. My nails are lighter than my mask. Now, these are the nails that I make from my store, pressonposse.com. But so as you can see, if I was to just have my nails on this white cloth and I took a picture, you can see that. You can see that real clear, okay? So you always want to make sure that there is a contrast. So here's another example. I'm gonna take another one of my notebooks. This is my remote. You can see that. Like, you can see that. If I was selling this remote and I took a picture, you can see that. So, to summarize that up, make sure whatever you're taking a picture of, whatever the color that the product is that you're not having other objects or other things that are similar to the color of that product. So that way the focus is on your product and it matches the description and things like that, and it just looks good for you. All right, number 5, and this is what I see new entrepreneurs doing a lot. I was guilty of this about 10 years ago when I started my it's been a little bit more than 10 years ago, but we're gonna say about 10 years ago when I started my entrepreneur journey, is that you come out with a product, it may not be selling all that well to your liking, so you come out with a new product, or you're selling a new product, or you're creating a new product, and then when you do that, you're not giving, and then you're creating these products. I cut myself off. Then you're creating these products that do not correlate with each other. So let's say, for example, you started making body scrubs. You got body scrubs and you got soap. Now those correlate with each other, so that's fine. So you have that toiletry area, and then you go ahead and jump onto, oh, I'm selling cake. I'm making cakes. Like people gonna be like, so you went from making soap to making cakes? Are you making them in the same pot? You know what I mean? There's different things that you need to consider and think about. None of those things really correlate. And then so what's going to happen is you're confusing anybody who may want to buy from you, because they're not going to know what to buy. They're not going to know that since you're jumping from product to product so quickly, that whatever they buy from you is going to be of any quality. You know what I mean? So instead of trying to jump on a trend and sell some things, or instead of trying to jump on a new product to make or create or sell, focus totally and solely on the products that you have out right now, because the more that you indulge in that, the more you educate yourself on that product that you started out with, the more you can educate your customer base, and the more that they'll want to buy from you, because they already know what it is you sell, how to use it, what it looks like, what it's going to feel like, all those things like that there. So that's definitely important. You don't want to jump around from things to things, selling this to selling that, because it's not going to work, and I definitely know that from experience. Okay, number 6, this is going to be in the back house part of everything. You don't have an effective or consistent marketing plan. A lot of people they get on the promote train. They promote, they talk about it, they may do some videos, they put it out, things like that there, but it's all shooting from the hip. You want to continue to do those things, but you'll have better success if you sit down and you plan out how you're going to promote your products. Okay, so for an example, this is what I do. I do it in 30-day increments. Okay, so month to month, 30 days, always starting at the beginning of the month, on how I promote things like that. So let's say you do a 30-day marketing strategy. Okay, you want to take maybe 2 to 4 products, no more than 4, one per week, and you want to go ahead and you want to indulge on that product. Okay, you want to show what it looks like one day, you want to show a video of it, you want to explain it, you maybe want to give some reviews on that product. This is over the span of a week and things like that there. You may want to do another video with somebody else using the product or talking about the product, things like that there. So, and you want to have that for a different product each and every week. Okay, so this is something that you will have written down, and if you want my PDF of my 30-day marketing plan, please let me know in the comments below. But you want to go ahead and you want to plan this out, so that way you'll know what you're promoting that week and how to promote it. So it's never an opportunity for you to get flustered, lost, and confused because, okay, I ran out of ideas. You won't have that problem with a 30-day marketing plan, or whatever marketing plan that you decide to have in place. Okay. Now, the last thing on why your products may not be selling online or period is because you have little to no faith in yourself or what you're selling. If you don't believe in it, nobody else is going to believe in it. And if you really don't believe in it, anything that you put out there is not going to be receptive at all. And if it is, it's going to be very, very minimal, because the way you talk about it, the way you post about it, the way you spread the message about it is going to show how much faith you actually have in your product. So you actually got to dig deep at this point. Don't waste your own time. Don't waste nobody else's time. And definitely don't waste your money if it's not something that you 100% believed in. I'm going to share this quick story with you real quick before I let you go. I was in the transition of leaving North Carolina from a bad situation, and I was Ubering, doing DoorDash. Actually, I was doing DoorDash, and I was thinking of a way to use my skill to put me and my daughter in a better position. Okay, this is after I had made a bad investment and everything. I lost a good chunk of my own personal money. Okay, things was rough, and I came up with the idea of Press On Posse, which is my press-on nail business. I thought about it so hard because I'm like, this is it. Like, this gotta be it. And the way that I felt about it was so strong that it brought tears to my eyes. I had to call one of my best friends and let her know how I was feeling about it. And that's how I knew that this is something that I wanted to do, something I wanted to do for the long haul. I've had Press On Posse for the past 2 years, and it has been good to me. There's a couple times where I have fell off, or I let it fall to the wayside, but I never let it fall too long. But we're human, so I have to give you that human part of it. But trust and believe when I tell you, I believe in Press On Posse, and regardless of how many other Press On businesses that have popped up since COVID, let me tell you, I still believe in Press On Posse. I have subscription holders and things like that there, and I'm steady perfecting my skill because I am a licensed cosmetologist, but I wanted to use my skills to be able to provide for me and my family so that I can quit my 9 to 5, and I'm almost there. The reason why I'm still holding on is because I have very good benefits that are hard to match. But I believe in what I do. So therefore, I'm continuing to strive because I will be able to 100% support me and my little one in the very near future. And I stand on that 10 toes down 100%. So you have to make the decision right here, right now, whether what you're selling or what you're about to sell is going to be 100% authentically you. You're going to be 100% involved in it, have a hand in it, and you're going to 100% believe in it. Because if you're not going to do any of those things, stop wasting your time, stop wasting your money, and stop wasting other people's time, and do something that you're going to want to be involved in, okay? So, all right, you guys, let's go ahead and get into this recap. So, number 1, no one knows your product exists. Number 2, no one knows how to use your product. Number 3, you have little to no product description. Number 4, your product pics are very low quality or they cannot be seen. 5, you do the switcheroo with new products that don't make sense. 6, your marketing plan doesn't exist or it's not effective. 7, you don't believe in what you're doing. That's all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can be informed of my videos coming up. Make sure you check out my podcast, join my Mind Your Business Facebook group, and leave a comment down below on what you have tried and failed at so I can try to help you get that together. And just let me know what you think about the video all together in its entirety. All right, thank you so much for watching. Other than that, thank you, Steve Nation. I will see y'all in the next video.